happening, HC Nation? Zach Edwards here for another Stump the Creator. That's me, right? Okay, so the object of this game is basically you send in questions, I try to answer them. If I can't answer them, and I don't look at them before, if I can't answer them, then you get a prize. We also give some honorable mentions. Let's see, some of them have been Simeon. I think we gave one to Forrest last time or the time before. Mason's come really close recently. So keep trying. I'm pretty sure you can get something out of this. So when it comes to a prize. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off where we were last time. Last time, I think it was my phone. No, I didn't have the card because I had given it away. That was the Battle of Hamburg. So I'm going to go through that question. Again, I'm going to start from the beginning. So I got to find it. Actually, I didn't prepare this part. I should have. Ah, here it is. Okay. What happened if the Battle of Thermopylae is played in response to the bombing of Hamburg? And is Thermopylae as good as it appears to be? Does it mean that you need to lose twice in battle before you suffer a negative battle effect? Or does it counter any effect such as an atomic bomb? Let's go into this. Okay, first off, what happens if the Battle of Thermopylae is played in response to the Battle of Hamburg? Okay, so I had to pick out the card. I don't have the card on me, so I got my computer. Okay, so in here it says, interrupt. On your opponent's turn, declare war and attack his or her land once. This ends your opponent's turn until the next round. So at any point, it's someone else's turn. You're going to interrupt them and say, hey, I'm playing the Battle of Hamburg. And that means that you can attack because you would have been the defender. Now you're the attacker. So it says interrupt on your opponent's turn, okay? Declare war and attack his or her land once. But then he's asking Thermopylae how this plays an effect. So you can interrupt the bombing of Hamburg. Again, it would declare war and you'd switch places. And this one would say, for the next 3 rounds, an opponent must win 3 battles against your civilization in total before you suffer any negative effects. Okay, so that is a battle effect. So that means losing morale or losing a person. And so in this, if you interrupt this where it switches sides, that would happen first. So the Battle of Hamburg, you have to attack 3 times in order for any negative effect to go on him. But it does still end the turn. That only allows it, so it makes it so that you have to attack 3 times before there's a negative effect. This one makes it so that you can flip whose turn it is. Or at least you don't really flip whose turn it is. You basically take over the other person's turn by attacking them. So then it goes to the next person, whoever would have been like, if the person whose turn it was supposed to be A, and you were C, then it would have gone to B. So it wouldn't have been your turn next. It would have been the next person's turn because you're just basically ending the opponent whose turn it was. Hope that made sense. Okay, it might have been a little confusing. Sorry. Okay, so moving on. The next part it says, and is Thermopylae as good as it appears to be? It basically means you have to attack 3 times before you get any morale decrease or lose a person in defense. Enough said. That's basically it. So it does not actually stop this. Okay, so Joshua, thank you so much for giving us that question. We just answered Luke's, so on to the next one. Let's see, we got Mason's, so look at that. One more sheet down. It's gone. Okay. Whew. I've got a long one from Simeon. So before I get to Simeon's, I'm going to go to, let's see, Snowbuffet. Really? Snowbuffet. Actually, I shouldn't. Let me see if there's any emails in there. There we go. Snowbuffet. That's pretty cool. Okay, his question is, what were Hiawatha's brothers? Okay, now I know who Hiawatha was. Hiawatha was basically a god in Greek mythology, but I don't know who his brothers are. Please tell me more. That's not a stump, because I don't even have a Hiawatha card in there. So who are the brothers? I don't know. They don't have to do with the game. So that's not a stump, guys. Come on, remember, it has to be about the game. Actually, my assistant actually wrote, "Is this a legitimate question?" It is a legitimate question. I want to know who Hiawatha's brothers are. Please tell me, are you Hiawatha's brothers? So, but instead, it's not a legitimate question when it comes to the game, and so not Stump the Creator. Okay, this is the next one from. Oh, this is from Bethany, not Simeon. Ooh, I can't wait for this one. Okay, I have a few questions for you. So, number one, can Jesse James shoot anyone if Alan Pinkerton is out? Jesse James is not an assassin or a spy, and he doesn't assassinate a character. But Alan Pinkerton does say, or any other attempt. Does Alan Pinkerton stop Jesse James from shooting someone? Ooh, Bethany, good question. Let's go to Outlaws. Outlaws. Okay, Outlaws back here. We got musicians. I need to learn my ABCs. Okay, Outlaws. Jesse James, where are you? Jesse James, okay. It says, interrupt. Jesse attacks your opponent and sends one of your characters of your choice with defense less than 100 to the discard. Okay, so he attacks your opponent. It's like a duel, almost. So it sends them to the discard. While Alan Pinkerton, the businessman that he is, let's go to businessman. Let's find Pinkerton. Alan Pinkerton. No, he was a law enforcer. Law enforcer. Alan Pinkerton. Pinkerton stops assassins, spies, or any other attempt to look at your hand. That is the Bethany. So that's the big difference. It's to look at your hand, not to take someone out. So, if or any other attempt to look at your hand. So he stops assassins, he stops spies, or any other attempt to look at your hand. But that's not what Jesse James is doing. He's doing a character. Oh, but look at your hand. So, I think I know where you're going. You're basically asking, can he go after someone in your hand? Is he actually pulling from your hand? Okay, Jesse James attacks your opponent and sends one of your characters of your choice with defense less than 100 to the discard. So it's not in your hand. So, nope, it does not apply. Let's see, does Alan Pinkerton stop Jesse James from shooting anyone? Or shooting someone? No, because it's the attempt to look at your hand. Or any attempt to look at your hand. Okay, so going on to the next one. If an opponent plays 6-Day War on you, and you play Siddhartha Gautama, who is Buddha, does he stop all of the 6-day battles or just one? Good question. Okay, so 6-Day War. I'm gonna have to go to my wall of rare cards. 6-Day War. And of course, because you've asked about it, it's on the other side. So let me go scooch over there and find out what your answer is. Okay, 6-Day War. Where are you? 6-Day War. Got it. Okay. So, 6-Day War says, interrupt. One of your lands gains 3,000 strength, then fights all of your opponent's lands in the same continent, so just one continent. Infinite attacks. If you win, gain 100 or 400 morale, and your opponent hands over those lands. Now, here's the thing. Remember, you have to be in the same continent. You can't be coming from a different continent, and then you can only attack the ones that are in those continents. So, going on from there, the question again, if an opponent plays a 6-Day War, okay, and then you play Siddhartha Gautama. Siddhartha Gautama is right here. It says, interrupt. Buddha's influence awakens the enlightenment of a would-be opponent, and they abandon attack. Both you and your opponent gain 200 morale this once. Okay. Abandon attack. It doesn't say abandon an attack. It just says abandon attack. I guess that has to go to more of a ruling than a stump. Because I'm trying to see, Let's see, fight an opponent's land, infinite attacks. Infinite attacks. Well, that says stops attack. Okay, so let's go back to the history of Siddhartha Gautama in the game. The rules have always been Siddhartha stops not just the first attack, but all attacks for that turn. So it basically would stop both attacks. So, if that's true, because he brings peace. His mantra is peace in the land. So he would bring peace, which means no more fighting. So I would say, yes, that actually does. And the reason why I can say that is it says they abandon attack. So their resolve to attack you is gone. It's not that they abandon an attack or the attack. They abandon attack. It's a more broader way of saying a word. So you don't make it plural, you don't make it singular. So we'll go with that ruling. Great question though. Awesome question. No one's actually ever asked that before. So say an opponent attacks and plays Soviet invasion of Manchuria on you. That supersedes any other card's automatic win. I have to look into these. But what if you play Booker T. Washington? He makes a one-time truce. Does Soviet invasion of Manchuria supersede Washington, even though he makes a truce, not an automatic win? Good question. So let's go to the Soviet invasion of Manchuria. Okay, so events. Soviet invasion of Manchuria. Oh, nuts. I do not have this in here. Soviet. No, it's because that's looking in the wrong place. Oh, there it is. Okay. I was really looking in the wrong place. Okay, here we go. Interrupt. The Soviet automatically win their first attack or defense. This card supersedes any other card's automatic win. Okay? An automatic win is when basically that other card would win. And they said they're going to win. But you said, let's play Booker T. Washington. Booker T. Washington. Now, which one was played first? Opponent plays Soviet invasion. So he's interrupting using Soviet invasion. So he's going to win. Then somebody else comes in here with Booker T. Washington. Booker T. Washington. Leader, politician. Politician. Oh, my computer. Okay, for Booker T. Washington, it says, where is Booker T. Washington? Who is Booker T. Washington? Politician. Oh my word. Booker T. Washington. Not there. Definitely not an army. Not an artist. Not an assassin. Not an athlete. Booker T. Washington. Author. That's right. Okay, it says, if a leader occupies your opponent's attacking land, so remember you have to have that in order for this to work, Booker facilitates a one-time truce. So, in here, this card addresses basically wins. The Soviet invasion of Manchuria on you, or plays that on you. Going back to that card. Soviet invasion, Manchuria. Soviets automatically win their first attack or defense. But if there's a truce called, there is no attack or no defense. So, and then it says, this card supersedes any other card's automatic win. Well, again, if there's not an automatic win, that's what they supersede. They only supersede a card with an automatic win. The Soviets automatically win their first attack or defense. But if you interrupt that part, the supersede does not apply. Then Booker T. Washington comes into play and calls for a one-time truce. So nobody, Booker T. Washington is a interrupt. Yep. So yeah, he interrupted that action, and because of Booker T. Washington, there's a truce. Soviets wouldn't like that, but there's still a truce, and so no one wins, no one loses. So I'm going a little bit long on this, so I'm going to carry over some of Bethany's questions to the next time we meet. So thank you so much for joining us. We'll catch you next time. Take care. Bye. If you have any comments or questions, add them to the comments below. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow, actually. Take care. Bye.